Good morning, neighbors. It is Friday, January 9th, 2026, and this is Sara with you on the Murphy Morning Show, coming to you from the heart of downtown Murphy, North Carolina. Pour yourself a fresh cup of coffee, settle in, and let us catch up on what is happening around our mountain community today. Let us start with local news close to home here in Murphy and Cherokee County. Regional law enforcement continues its strong focus on keeping drugs out of the mountains after recent trafficking investigations in our area led to significant seizures of methamphetamine, fentanyl, cocaine, and other narcotics, and to multiple suspects being held without bond in neighboring Georgia facilities. Local officers are emphasizing ongoing cooperation between Cherokee County and surrounding counties to slow the flow of illegal drugs through our small towns and to reassure families that this work is a long-term priority, not just a one-time operation. The Cherokee Scout is still taking a deep look back at the year just past, with coverage that has highlighted both heartbreaking moments and uplifting successes for Murphy and Cherokee County through 2025. That year in review includes stories of local tragedies, school championships, and community efforts that show how resilient our neighbors are when times get hard, as well as how much pride there is in local students and volunteers who step up for one another. The paper is also reporting on early political moves ahead of the March primary, including candidates shifting in commissioner races that will shape how county services are managed in the years ahead. Over in Andrews, basketball is already in full swing as the Andrews High varsity teams jump into Smoky Mountain Conference play to start the 2026 season. Conference games against familiar rivals are drawing families back into the gym, giving students a chance to shine on the court and neighbors a chance to reconnect in the bleachers during these shorter winter days. Those early season matchups are an important measuring stick for coaches and players as they push toward tournament time later this winter. For arts lovers here in Murphy, the long-running Max project, that is the Murphy Art Explosion, continues downtown at the Murphy Art Center on Peachtree Street, with works on display through May of this year. The exhibit brings together a wide variety of artists and styles, and there are chances to meet artists, ask questions, and see new pieces during special receptions and evening events at the MAC. It is a great excuse to stroll the square, support local creativity, and maybe grab dinner at one of the nearby restaurants afterward. Tonight, there is also a special creative learning opportunity with a digital scrapbooking tools session scheduled at the Education Annex here in Murphy. That class is geared toward helping folks organize family photos, memory books, and creative projects using modern digital tools, which can be especially helpful for preserving older pictures from around the community. It is a relaxed environment where beginners are welcome, and it offers one more way to connect with neighbors who love crafts and storytelling. Music fans have something to look forward to this evening as well, with Chevelles Restaurant and Bar on Highway 66 in Murphy welcoming the band Switchback for a live performance. That show gives locals a chance to enjoy dinner, live music, and a night out without having to drive to the bigger cities, and it supports a venue that regularly showcases regional talent. If you have been looking for a fun winter Friday night plan, that might be just the ticket to shake off the post-holiday blues. Looking ahead a bit, there are more gatherings on the horizon in Murphy later in the month, including a church fellowship planned for mid-January and additional concerts at local spots like Chevelles and other venues that keep live entertainment going even when the weather turns chilly. Those events are all part of what keeps this small town feeling vibrant in the quieter winter season, bringing neighbors together for fellowship, music, and shared meals. Before we get into your weather for Murphy, this is a great moment to ask a small favor. If you enjoy waking up with the Murphy Morning Show, please take a second to subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update, tap that like button to help more neighbors find us, and leave a comment telling what part of the show you would like to hear more of. That quick bit of support really helps keep this hometown broadcast going strong. Now let us talk about the weather for Murphy, North Carolina over the next 3 days. For today, Friday, expect an unseasonably mild January afternoon, with a high temperature around the upper 60s and a low tonight in the upper 50s. Skies will be mostly cloudy with a chance of passing showers, but rain chances stay on the lower side, so it should still be a decent day for errands or a quick walk downtown if you keep a light jacket handy. On Saturday, temperatures cool just a bit, with afternoon highs in the lower 60s and overnight lows dropping down into the mid-30s once a front pushes through. Clouds should break up through the day, and while there may be a few lingering light showers early, the overall chance of rain will be lower than today. As cooler and drier air settles in by evening, it will feel much more like a classic winter night in the mountains, so you might want a heavier coat if you are heading out to an event. Sunday brings a cooler, crisper feel, with daytime highs likely in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees, and overnight lows dipping well down into the 20s. Skies should be mostly clear to partly sunny, and there is only a slight chance of any stray precipitation, so it looks like a bright but chilly day that is better for a scenic drive or a late afternoon walk if you bundle up. With those colder nights returning, it is a good idea to protect any sensitive plants and check on pets that spend time outside. Let us move into the community events rundown for Murphy and the surrounding area. Tomorrow, Saturday, January 10th, the second Saturday Shop and Sip event is set for downtown Murphy in the afternoon, running from about 2 o'clock until 5 o'clock. Local shops and boutiques plan to stay lively with special deals, refreshments, and a welcoming atmosphere, making it a perfect time to stroll the sidewalks, support small businesses, and maybe discover a new favorite spot on the square. Also, tomorrow evening, the Ballroom on Hiwassee Street in Murphy will host Danica Hall from about 5 o'clock until 9 o'clock. That event offers a cozy, elegant setting for a night of music and dancing, giving couples and friends a chance to dress up a bit and enjoy live entertainment right in town. If you plan to go, consider arriving a little early to find parking and be careful walking to and from the venue after dark, especially if roads are damp from recent showers. Looking specifically at tonight, Friday, January 9th, Chevelles Restaurant and Bar in Murphy is welcoming the band Switchback for a live show. This will give folks a chance to unwind at the end of the work week with good food, live music, and neighbors gathered together, and it is a great opportunity to support a local business that regularly brings in performers for the community. If you go, plan for possible wet roads due to the mild, unsettled weather, and always make sure to have a safe ride home if you enjoy drinks with friends. Also on the calendar for today is that digital scrapbooking tools session at the Education Annex in Murphy, perfect for anyone interested in organizing family photos, church events, or community memories into meaningful digital keepsakes. The session is designed to be friendly to beginners, with instructors walking through basic techniques step by step so no one feels left behind. Remember to bring any needed login information or devices, and ask ahead of time if you are unsure what to bring so you can make the most of the workshop. In the coming weeks, local art and education events continue at the Murphy Art Center on Peachtree Street, where the Max Project exhibit will run through spring with rotating spotlights, receptions, and classes. Those activities provide a warm, creative space to gather during the colder months and are a wonderful way to introduce children or visiting family to the artistic side of our mountain town. As always, be sure to double-check times and any registration requirements before heading out, especially if the weather turns rainy or icy later in the season. That is all for this edition of the Murphy Morning Show. Thank you so much for spending part of your Friday morning with Sara and with your neighbors across Murphy, Andrews, and the surrounding hills. Have a safe, warm, and hopeful day. Enjoy the beauty of our mountains in every season, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow morning for more local news, weather, and community happenings right here on the Murphy Morning Show.